Hey, this is Sammy Loco. This is There You Go Capping podcast number 10. I am your host, Sammy Loco. Everybody else introduce yourself.
You already know what it is. Your boy Shamar Josiah, aka Here's Johnny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One and only the Cedric. That's what she said.
Yeah. You already know who it is. Trap, aka Uncle Trav, aka talk some shit. I split a nigga lip.
Hey, I don't know.
Yo.
We ain't gonna bring that up.
That is so not cool right there. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
We're not gonna say that. Starting with the first question. First question comes from Jamie. Jamie has a lot of questions, so we're just gonna go by them. UB and Shamar argue about two people they clearly hate. So Shamar, you can answer that.
I don't hate nobody.
Okay.
There's no hate coming out of my mouth. I don't hate nobody.
Okay.
I just speak my perspective.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. The next question is how you feel about Chauncey Billups' comments about the Hall of Fame. So if y'all guys don't know about Chauncey Billups' situation, my favorite player, he's talking about since he wouldn't name the player that he was talking about. I think he's talking about Paul Pierce, but
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson too. About he beat the Lakers and he won Finals MVP, all that, etc. He thinks he should be in the Hall of Fame. He was nominated, well, pre-nominated, however you want to say it. How I feel about it, I mean, he's not a Hall of Fame. As much as I would like to say that, he doesn't meet the criteria for it. After he won the Finals MVP, nothing else really happened after that. Injuries, everything such as that. So, no.
I don't know, man. Like, if he was, I think he is a Hall of Famer, but like a fringe Hall of Famer. Like if Ben Wallace is on the card and everybody keeps saying Ben Wallace should be a Hall of Famer. After Detroit, Ben Wallace just fell off a cliff. So I don't know about that. Chauncey Billups still had a good career in Denver. He wasn't shabby whatsoever. I think he's a Hall of Famer. Like, I wouldn't say first ballot, which obviously he's not. I wouldn't even say second ballot, but I think eventually he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And he really should never compare himself to Allen Iverson. Like, that's just blasphemous. It's egregious, as Stephen A would say.
Yeah, I believe the same way. Like, I do think he was a great player for like a stint of time, probably like good 7 to 8 years. But I wouldn't put him like in the same category as like a Hall of Famer, same as like Paul Pierce for real. I don't think he carried the team like Paul Pierce did. I don't think he did the same as Allen Iverson did either. So eventually, I think he should be in there, but not no time soon. I feel like once you get all these other stars in first, I think like Chris Webber should go in there before him too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Eventually.
also agree with that too. I believe eventually he should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't think that he first, second, third. I probably say later, somewhere between fifth, sixth chance that I could see him getting in. I think he has the criteria to make the Hall of Fame. He has been to multiple finals, has been the Finals MVP, has been the multiple time All-Star. Even after, you could say after they won their one championship in Detroit, he still was a relevant point guard, even through his latter parts, even to the end of his career when playing with the Clippers. He still helped them get to the playoffs and still was an intricate part in that Clipper team. So I do think he eventually he'll make it to the Hall of Fame. There's too many players that you can say went to more All-Star games or were better at their position than he was. So I think eventually he'll make it.
Okay. The next question from Jamie is: are you serious about the Cavs not being trash when LeBron led them to the finals?
Was it talking to me?
Well, that's the question. I'm going by the questions. There's a lot of fucking questions. I can't really show everything, but there's a lot of questions.
Yeah, we can't really see it, but
Yeah.
Oh, and are we serious about the Cavs not being trash the year they went to the finals? What year is he talking about?
I guess
Is he
he's talking
talking
about
about the Boogie
07.
Gibson? But the Boobie Gibson Cavs.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't call them trash. You know what I mean? But it wasn't one of LeBron's better teams. Probably one of the least, you know, I would say the teams that all the teams that made it to the finals, they're probably on the one of the least talented teams, I would say. But I can't call a team that won that many games and made it to the finals trash. And you can't give everything to LeBron because other people had to put the ball in the hoop too. You had to have good coaching and defense and schemes. So I can't call them trash, but amongst all of the great teams that made it to the finals, they're probably one of the least, you know, talented. I can say that.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, yeah. Out of all the teams that LeBron took to the finals, it probably was like his worst one. But I wouldn't call that team trash. But like compared to the other teams they took, then yeah, you would say they was trash because they're the worst team.
Them and the Sixers.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that
That
team
team
was
is probably
trash.
as bad or might have been worse.
Yeah.
They might have been with the Sixers. Yeah, you ain't lying.
And that's why guys over Chauncey Bills with that
Let's
situation.
not forget that Indiana wasn't that good that when they went to the finals either.
Facts.
Okay. All right. The next question he has, and I'm not going to answer all the rest of them because there's a lot of them. How many times are you going to tell, or how many times you're going to have to tell Shamar to move his hand from the speaker?
Well, when I get my iPhone 12, it's much larger, and my hand's
Pause.
gonna be hitting the speaker.
Pause.
You know, I have pretty large hands. He wouldn't know about that.
Well, he's looking, so I mean, he would know.
Yeah, he obviously looking.
All right, never mind. For going with our podcast, the greatest power forward of all time. So I'm going to give it to the guest first, so the guest can answer that first. So you go with your answer for that.
Of course, as a biased person to this player, I'm going to say Tim Duncan automatically. I did watch last week's podcast and heard the stupidity of Shamar. That just made absolutely no sense. But yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons why I had to come up here because I wanted to argue that.
It's your platform. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell him why.
He said, I heard something about Carmelo. Well, taking out Tim Duncan's championships would validate. You said Carmelo, Charles Barkley. Who else was the other?
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
No, I said they're equivalent to each other, like just stat wise. I don't say that Kevin Garnett's better. I don't say he's any worse.
Oh, it was Kevin Garnett too.
I pair them two together.
Yeah, and we talk about that outside of the podcast. Like I said, for me, I definitely said it was Tim because I think Tim was better, way better defensively. I believe I think the system offense that he ran wasn't equivalent to him having the ball mostly. That's the reason you could say his offensive stats don't match Carmelo's. But other than that, that's it. If you want to talk about his points, that's the only thing you can say Carmelo is better than him at.
Yeah, the only thing.
Sure.
I'm positive.
Okay, let's pull up some stats.
They both shoot their range. Neither one of them
was
shooters. Neither one.
I want you to. What did Tim Duncan average his rookie year?
What did Tim Duncan average his rookie year? What was it?
21.
All right, 21
and 10. You know what Carmelo averaged his rookie year?
No, I don't.
28 and 9.
Okay.
His first year, 28.
Yeah.
Okay. So 28 and 9.
His career average.
Like
No. Just hold on. His career average is 25.5 and 10. Tim Duncan's career average is like 19 and 11.
Okay.
So when you compare those two, just off of statistics and stats, Carmelo is, in my opinion, maybe slightly better. Tim Duncan's defensive overall, indeed, is much better. I'm not going to argue with that. Tim Duncan.
You just talked
much better.
two stats. You just talked rebounds and points.
You want to go assist as well? Assist, it was
Huh?
like 4. Assist, it was like 4. Him and Tim Duncan's assists aren't too far off from each other. I forgot what the assist was. I just looked at the points and the rebounds and field goal percentage. Karl Malone had a ridiculous field goal percentage as well. He was like 54% or some shit like that. And then just mid-range jumpers, he was like 73% off of mid-range jumpers. Karl Malone was very efficient. Granted, he wasn't the post-up guy. He was the pick and roll pop guy, shit like that. He was good from the free throw line. Karl Malone is a beast, man. Like it's not really, he doesn't get his just due. Like Karl Malone is a beast, and his career stats is a beast. He's averaged 30 a game at least 3 times in his career, and his career average is 25.5. His last year in the NBA, because him and Duncan played the same amount of years. I think Duncan played 19 and Karl Malone played 19. Karl Malone's last year that he played in the NBA, he averaged 14 points on the loaded Lakers with Shaq, Kobe, and Gary Payton. Tim Duncan's last year, he averaged like 9 points a game. So if you look at the first year, Karl Malone was a little bit better, even though Tim Duncan was a monster as well. I'm not taking nothing from Duncan. You look at their last year, Karl Malone was better, and he was injured in the playoffs against Detroit, so he didn't play. Had he played, it might have been a different series because they would have a third option to give the ball to, and they might have not lost. So when you compare them, I had to look at the numbers just to, pull it up. Tim Duncan, honestly, them rings and regardless of everything that went on, them rings solidified him as the champ. That's like, not to jump off topic, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Peyton Manning is a way better quarterback than Tom Brady, but them rings solidify Tom is the greatest. But when you really look at skill set and what Peyton did, Peyton was a better quarterback. And I'm a Tom Brady fan, and I'm biased as fuck. I'm always going to be like Brady to GOAT. But when you compare them two, Brady to Peyton, it's different. Just like Tim Duncan is going to be the GOAT. Like, he got the rings. He got the, he got the gusto. So you can't take that from him. That's why, in my opinion, Tim Duncan is the GOAT. But
go ahead.
Yeah, out of the two, I picked Tim Duncan for real because of how much better he is defensively. To say he was 15 times, only got 3. Said I think Carl struggled with he never beat like the top players in the NBA. Like he struggled with Jordan, and once
he
them
made it
2
to the
years that
finals 3
Jordan
times.
retired, he couldn't beat King. Yeah, he couldn't get the job done, dog. And then
He got to the finals 3 times, so he has Western Conference championships. He just ain't got the actual chip. So Karl Malone is a winner. He just couldn't get past Jordan and a few other dudes.
Yeah, and he couldn't beat Hakeem in them 2 years that Jordan was gone. And once Jordan retired, he couldn't beat Portland with Pippen on them. He couldn't beat somebody else. Yeah, I just think Tim Duncan defensively just overrides everything that Carl did. Yeah. I think the only thing Carl got over him is them point score. He's a much more volume scorer than Duncan. But I think if Duncan was on that Utah team, I think they could have beat the Rockets them 2 years that Jordan was on. Yeah, because of Duncan's defense.
Duncan was going to stop Hakeem Olajuwon.
He would have played them much better. He would have played them much better.
They played them much better than anybody else they had.
Played them better than Karl Malone, but ain't nobody doing nothing with the dream. Like, nobody.
Hey man, I seen today said Tim Duncan was like one of the players that kept Shaq under 50% shooting every time they guarded him. He couldn't really stop him.
Hacker Shaq.
Nobody could stop Shaq, but he shot 46% against Duncan.
Hacker Shaq. Spurs invented that. They were smart enough to do that.
That's defense, man. It's part of defense.
Hey, that man touched that ball, foul him, put him on the line, frustrate him.
Hey man, that's his weakness. So
yeah, that's Shaq shot 80% or 70%. That man would have averaged like 40 a game.
Hey, definitely. If he made more free throws, man, clearly 40 a year. Yeah, Duncan defense just too much to override all the scoring that Carl can do. Because I believe that Duncan can score just as much as Malone, But that defensive gap is too big.
Well, for me, I'm going to say KG. And it's not because of no statistics or anything like that, because we know Tim Duncan is better than everybody else. And Moses Malone also.
Bias.
Yeah, bias too. But the reason why I say that is because if you look at how the league is look now, you don't see too many people, doing Tim Duncan stuff. You don't see no Karl Malones. You don't see no Karl. You see a whole bunch of KGs out there, people that stretch the floor and all that stuff. That's pretty much how he evolutionized the game. And Rasheed Wallace, but Rasheed Wallace was one of those people that I don't know. Yeah, he's like he's one of these guys also because Rasheed Wallace arm span was crazy. So I would say KG. The only thing I can say about Karl Malone scoring that many points when he first came in the league is because he didn't have nobody guarding him. Like he came in the league, what year? Fuck. I forgot what year.
80, 85, some shit like that.
Yeah, around the same time as Jordan and stuff.
Yeah,
like he didn't even have nobody guarding him. So, I mean, at actuality, he started playing against good competition. I'll say like 1990s.
Yeah.
Like around that time.
The
Because
motherfucker still averaged over 20 plus. If you look at that man's points per game and rebounds, this motherfucker was a bad motherfucker, yo.
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. When he got towards 94, 95, yeah, he would start facing different people like after a while. The people back then was out of shape. They didn't know how to move laterally and all that stuff. That's why when Tim Duncan came in, got a chip right away.
96? No, 96. 97 was done.
98. Right? 98, he won
Something we drafted in 90. He won the first chip in
98. 99?
99.
Yeah, that was a lockout year too. So yeah. So that's why I think, KG. But that is also being biased also on top of that. But that's what you see in the league today.
I'll take Giannis over KG, dog.
Giannis can't
Giannis
shoot.
Is building. He's still building.
He can still get you 40.
Giannis,
in the regular season, not in the playoffs.
KG's a better free throw shooter.
Hey, man.
Giannis is more of a small forward than a power forward. You know what the hell he plays.
Man, that nigga 6'10", man.
Height don't mean nothing. Magic Johnson was 6'9".
At the end of Giannis' career, depending on what it looks like, and if he's if he can stay on the floor, not getting hurt, then I might change that. But right now, I wouldn't take him over Casey.
Yeah, well, on the path he's going, man, I just see it for real. I know he's gonna get another MVP. And I know he's going to score.
They're going to have to be first in the East for that to happen because, it's voter fatigue.
Yeah, they're going to get that every other year.
Voter fatigue, yo. That's a real thing.
I don't know. I was about to say something racist, but I'm not going to say that. But yeah, that if you look at how the MVP race is going and how the analytics is going, I hate to sound like you, Schmal, but they're trying to get more African players in the goddamn league. So, if Joel Embiid win it this year, then there you go. There you go. But
I don't think.
Man, I thought Harden should get it until he started missing all these damn games.
Yeah. I think that's what took Embiid out the convo too.
Yeah, because I think Jokic probably gonna get it. Jokic is Damian Lillard.
He might be back in that conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He busted ass when he came back. Not so far right now is Jokic and Dame Lillard running the pack right now.
Yeah, because they played all year.
Yeah, they ain't missing no games like that. But Dame always get hurt every year somewhere down the line, miss like a few games. So I wouldn't be surprised. I just know my man Melo balling. Good to see his old ass still running.
Yeah, he's doing his little thing.
All right, so we're gonna go to the next question. The best net player. We had that conversation last podcast, and we're going to continue it. Just for the sake of argument, we'll let Cedric go first, and then y'all go.
Yeah, okay. Well, I know. Well, the best two nets on the team is either KD or Harden. Between the two, I chose James Harden was better than KD. That's because I believe he's a better playmaker. He's a better rebounder. He can score just as much as KD, and I believe he's a better defender than Kevin Durant.
Okay,
I'm about to tell
I'll end
It's
this
his
one.
opinion. It's his
I'm
opinion.
about to tell you.
Listen,
'Cause
I pull numbers, bro. Like I will pull.
I got some numbers too right here. I'm gonna tell you
Let
what
him
they
go.
said.
Let him go. Let him go.
Yeah, because last year said James Harden was posted up the third most in the NBA, and he only gave up less than 1 point. Bro. That's guarding shooting guards, guarding power forward centers. Everybody switching on. He was doing his thing. They couldn't score against him in the post for real. And hold up. Yeah, Kev, yeah, Harden the last 3 years, Harden was top 10 in steals. Including 2019, he was number 2 in steals, and last year was number 1. Yeah, so yeah, he was better defender than KD. And KD never finished top 10 or 15 in any defensive category.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Okay, I'll let you go first, Traps, but I'll sum it up.
As I said, I believe that Kevin Durant is the best player on the Nets. Now, Harden is the best offensive player on the Nets. Kevin Durant is the best overall player on the Nets. Yes, KD is the best overall. The reason I say Harden is the best offensive is because he can do everything offensively. He can create his own shot. He can create an offense. He's the best passer out of the two. And if you watch how the Nets have been playing recently without James, I mean, it hurts them right now because they really don't have a point guard, period. But you can see the difference of him being on the floor without Kyrie and KD, and when each one of them is on the floor without him, they look like a totally different offense.
They look beatable.
Right. Even when you look at it, when he's in that offense running the point, even against some of the toughest teams that you thought they would lose to, that they did beat, it was mainly him being the main facilitator of the offense. I just say, but like I said, I still feel like KD is the best overall. It's because you can put him one in any offense and he'll excel. He don't need to have the ball for the duration of their offense to be effective. And James has to have the ball in his hand to be effective. He can't play off the ball.
No, not at all. Well, I never seen it.
He can be on ball and off ball, and he'll still be the most effective player in that offense. And he is a better overall defender than James Harden. James Harden might be better as if you look at most of James Harden's steals, they're off ball steals.
Yeah,
they're not on ball steals. Most of them
that's defense.
Or him playing or him getting steal for help. It's never individual. You're not gonna get more blocks than KD. He's like I said, not a better overall defender than KD. KD can defend from 1 to 4, and James could defend 1 and 2.
No, I seen him guard some post players. Man. I seen your guard Valentino.
He's underrated in the post, believe it or not.
All right, so let's start with this. I agree that KD is overall better than James Harden. We'll start with that. I agree with that. KD is a better offensive player than Kevin Durant. This is why. First off, James Harden won 3. He's won three of the last scoring titles. 3. He still doesn't have more than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant has 4 consecutive scoring titles in a row. Boom, 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 boom. 4. Their average for their career, I think like James is 24, 25-ish. Kevin Durant's right around the same area. They both average like 25, about 25 plus their career, I would say. Around there. I got to look at the stats 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's around there. Now, Kevin Durant doesn't need the ball in his hand to be effective. Like you said, James Harden needs the ball. So it makes him very, very ball dominant. Kevin Durant could fit in any offense you put him in. James Harden, if he's not running that Dan Antonio offense, he does not look the same. So when you sum it all up, you're looking at a guy who is more efficient scoring. That means when Kevin lets that ball go, you kind of think it's going in every fucking time, damn near. You're like, that's money. That's money. He's shooting a better percentage. He takes less shots and still average around the same amount as this man. So I don't have to touch the ball or shoot as much to average the same amount as you that makes me a better and more efficient scorer. When it comes to basketball, the more efficient you are, the more reliable you are to a team, and the better you are for a team, because every time I give you that ball, I have a feeling that it's going in. James, he could get real erratic on times, you know what I mean? But James Harden is still a great player. He's great. He runs the offense perfectly, because once again, you're looking at Dan Antoni, the Dan Antoni offense pretty much. They running and gunning. The reason why him and Kyrie fit so well is because Kyrie understands he is a better playmaker than I am, and I do my best off the ball. Hence, with him and LeBron, Kyrie had his best years with LeBron. He's having a great year alongside James Harden because he doesn't have to worry about other people. So to sum this up, Kevin Durant is the best net player because James Harden and Kyrie cannot win a championship. But once you put KD in that mix, it's almost inevitable whoever you put them against, because now you got two MVPs and an All-Star plus the rest of the cast. Kevin Durant, you take him off that team, they're a top seed playoff team. You add them to that team, they're finals bound. And I don't care how well Joel Embiid plays, you cannot answer for James Harden and Kevin Durant. And then don't even throw emotional Kyrie up in there. It's no way. Ben Simmons going to clamp up Kyrie? Think not.
No, I think he. No.
Ben
He didn't do it
Simmons
last
no
time. He had
part.
37 on him last time. We already talked about
He
that.
wants no parts of Kyrie.
Yeah, because Kyrie do a little too much on the court. I'm just going to say KD. I agree with what everybody's saying about KD, but the only thing about that makes me mad about KD is let's say 6'10". Span like a motherfucker, like 7'3" wingspan, and he still is not dominating on defense. Because now you can't make the excuse no more. Oh, I gotta carry the low on the offense. You got two motherfuckers that do all the offense, so you should be shutting down every small forward in the league. But
What did he do with Golden State? What did he do in Golden State?
He didn't shut nobody on defense down.
That was team defense, and that motherfucker was a hell of a team defender.
He did chase down blocks. I watched all of them. He did chase down blocks, but it helped and all that. But he did not.
It's still a defense. There's still a defense, and that defense was top ranked. Kevin Durant was a very focal part of that defense because Steph, he had to pick up Steph's fucking non-defensive playing ass. I love Steph.
Clay did. Clay picked up all Steph's nonsense.
No, Clay and KD and Draymond.
Why would KD help on a shooting
because
guard?
He's a small forward that could play 1 through 4. That means whenever what they do is they switch. They're a team that based off of switches. They play a positionless style of basketball to where anybody can guard anybody. That's why they were so successful. You could put Draymond on the center, the power forward, the small forward, the point guard. You could put Clay on the 1, 2, 3. You could put Kevin Durant on the 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's why they work so well. It's a system of switching. That person beats you, I'm switching. It don't matter who's switching. That person's popping out, and they could guard them. So that's why Kevin Durant fit that system. They run a Princeton 5 on offense. That means the ball swings. Everybody can knock down the shot. Every single player can do the same shit. That's why they work. Kevin Durant was a great defender for Golden State. Absolute stud. He can do the same thing for the Nets, but he is coming off an Achilles, and if I was a coach, I wouldn't be asking him to do that much, especially his first year, really get back on the floor. I'm taking easy on that. Like, relax. You don't got to do as much. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to take it in that consideration. Kevin Durant is a great defender.
A great defender?
A great defender. He's not Kawhi Leonard. He's not Kawhi Leonard, but he is still a good defender. He's still a great defender.
Is he top 10 as far as defense is concerned?
You got to think about this. You got guys that only play defense. So
I asked a question. Is it top 10 defense in the league? Is he top 10?
No, he's not. He's not top 10.
Is he? No. That's what I'm saying. For his length and the way he is built, he should be shutting down motherfuckers like Giannis is not shutting down, but he is using his length. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
explain Dirk Nowitzki. Explain Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk is not a defensive player. Let's get that straight. He is not a defensive player. He is all offense. So we cannot bring Dirk into this situation.
The same thing.
No,
it's talking about his length.
Dirk, no. Okay, all right, you're talking about his size and everything, right? Dirk is not as small, not as tall, but he
And-
cannot move like Kevin Durant. Can't move side to side. He is not Kevin Durant. The only person you compare Kevin Durant to as far as size and how he can move and stuff and his ability is Giannis. And you see what Giannis is doing. Giannis just can't shoot and
That's the only
dribble.
thing that is-
Every time I look at Giannis, he getting fucked up. So I don't know what you talk about.
He getting fucked up by who?
Yo, Giannis can't do nothing with Kevin Durant. Giannis couldn't do nothing with Jimmy Butler. Like, Giannis can't do nothing with any fucking forward that actually has a real legitimate game to him. Giannis plays good team defense. That's what he does. He's not locking nobody down, Sam. He's a team defender. Why you think when it's like game point, he's not guarding him? Why you think they don't send him on nobody? And he be like, oh, I just did what the coach said. Because the coach know the motherfucker is not no one-on-one defender. He's a team defender. You got Drew Holiday on the team. You got Brooke Lopez. You got him. He is a liability on defense one-on-one. He's a great team defender. He's lengthy. He knows how to cut off the court. He knows how to get his hands. That's average shit. When do you see him mano-a-mano on somebody when it's time to do it? He's nowhere to be found. Why? Because they know his weakness. Why you think they could shut off the court and he's no longer effective? Because Giannis.
We're talking about offense. We're not talking about offense. We're talking about defense.
I'm giving you facts about Giannis. These are all facts about Giannis. He's limited. He is not no great defender. He is a great team defender.
Search on your phone since you're right there. Search on, because I already know. Search on your phone and tell me how many blocks per game he has and how much he's averaging.
You realize when you get these blocks, right? I could cut somebody off.
It's defense. It's defense. You just said the same thing about KD.
Team defense. You want to know who's a real defender, Sam? You want to know who's a real defender? Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday don't get no credit. Drew Holiday.
Who say he don't get no credit?
He don't get the credit he deserves. That's a real defender.
Who say he don't?
You want to talk about defense? That's a defender.
Who said he doesn't? Tell me who said he wasn't a good defender?
I didn't say nobody said he was.
You're paying attention to the media.
He's a better defender than Giannis.
He's a guard. We're talking about small forwards right now. You going off topic. I said we have KD and we have Giannis. I'm comparing
Giannis
KD
is not a defensive player. He's a team defender. So if you want to compare him to Kevin Durant, they're the exact same defensive type players. He's a team defender.
No. Giannis is a better help defender than a lot of players in the league. He's a better help defender.
Yeah.
That's still defense.
Yeah. So
still defense.
Being a great help defender, that's to make you a great defensive player.
Thank you.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
They have defensive schemes exactly for him. I'm gonna send
it's
you
still
directly to
defense.
Giannis,
You can have all the defensive schemes and still suck at defense. We know this, right?
Not always.
We know this, right?
It's not always the case. It's not always the case, and it's not always the case. If you have a great scheme and you got good help defenders and stuff like that, you will look better than what you actually are.
Okay, so you're saying Gallinari is a better defender than Giannis then? If he's on
Gallinari,
he's a small forward. He can't move laterally, but if you say, based off what you're saying that if they're in the right system, he become very good.
If you put Gallinari, I can't really speak on Danilo because he's a terrible defender, but if you really put him in the right system to where he can flourish, it's a good chance. Allen Iverson said it best. He said, I can't defend no fucking body, but the motherfucker was walking away with 2 steals a game. And it made it look like he's a good defender.
He played passing lanes.
Still,
that's like Steph. Steph is not a good on-ball defender,
look at
right?
the numbers. If you look at the numbers, it looked like he plays defense.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's defense. What you saying?
If you look at the numbers, it looks like he's playing defense.
It looks
but
like
when you really look at it,
it's still defense. What are you saying?
Okay, so if you get 2
I'm gonna get
steals
too
a
many
game,
questions now. This is crazy.
You're playing.
If you get 2 steals a game,
you're playing defense.
Yeah. If you get 2 steals a game, you're good at.
You're a good defender.
If it say on your stat line 2.0, you're playing defense.
Yeah.
Gallinari do not have 2 steals per game.
Yo, you're tripping.
It don't break all the way down to
2 steals. That's easy.
You're being a hypocrite of your own self. You're saying.
No, I'm not.
Okay, let's recap what you said. You said KD is a great defender. He's not. You're saying that he's a better defender than Giannis.
No, I did not. Did not say he's a better defender than Giannis. I said they are the same type of defender. They are help defenders, and they're both great help defenders. When I say defense, I'm talking about strap down, one-on-one, me and you, perimeter, inside, whatever.
They do have
Defense.
stats for that, right?
We
They
want
do
to look
have
them up.
stats. Go ahead. That's what I'm telling you. You have time right now. Travis, you can go next while Shamal looking up that. Search up on ball defense against certain players. So you can do, for example, KD guarding LeBron and see the stats. You can do Giannis guarding LeBron.
How about you do that since you
No, you know the numbers. I'm just telling you.
I'm not doing that. So how about you do it since you got so much, you're so internet savvy. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Travis, go ahead. If you want to answer, that's up to you.
I don't even know. First of all, I've been arguing so long. I have no idea what the heck y'all talking about.
He pretty much saying that KD is a better defender. Okay.
I did.
KD, first of all, KD is not a better defender than Giannis if that's what we're comparing. Now, KD is a good help defender. Giannis is a great help defender. That's the difference. Giannis is more. I can almost guarantee you, Giannis is more than likely to get a block than KD, even if they was to defend the same exact way.
Yeah,
more than likely to get a block than KD is. He's a better help defender. Now, are you saying on Brooklyn Nets, KD is a better help defender than anybody on his team? Yeah, but we compare him to Giannis.
Oh no, we got DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
He's the only one that played defense on the team. Really?
Hold up. Where my Soldier Boy
yo.
bandana?
Really, their best on-ball defender in Brooklyn too is Bruce Brown. To be honest with
you. Yeah, that's true. Bruce Brown. Yeah, I'll give you that. I do like Jeff Green too, but you know. But
he's helpful.
Jeff can guard bigs. Yeah, he can guard smaller wings that's they got position at power forward or center, the smaller wings. But you see when Embiid had him looking like a baby.
Oh, Embiid is like almost 300 pounds. So I mean, and 7'1",
You
7'2".
think about it, any big that plays back to the basket, that's how they do it.
Some of them, yeah.
Most of the bigs, the big that he guards well are bigs that either are just pick and roll bigs or big that's playing outside that's trying to shoot the ball, they're shooting mid-range jump shots. He ain't doing that to none of them post-up bigs.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I got a debate with that with Karl-Anthony Towns, because Karl-Anthony Towns, like, he was a little angry last time they played, but we already know why.
Karl-Anthony Towns is more of a jump shooting big for what reason I don't know. I mean, he's decent shooting big, but if you look at Karl-Anthony Towns, more of his most of his shots are either mid-range jump shots or 3-point shots.
Yeah. He don't want to go on there. He don't want to go on there.
Shots out in the game per game, at least 13, 14 of them are mid-range to 3-point shots. He might get a pick and roll, or he might get one blow by off one big, depending on who the big is. But a lot of his shots is mid-range jump shots.
That's very true. I'm gonna go to the next topic because I'll have that for next podcast. What do small market teams need to do to keep their star players? That's the next question.
There's nothing that you can really do because we're in the era, what they call it, the AAU basketball type era, where people want to play with certain people and things like that. And players got into a mind frame of, I'm going to dictate where I want to be. I'm going to do what I wanted to do to make me happy and stuff like that. So if you're a small market, there's really nothing that you can offer somebody, but other than loyalty, that's about, really it. That's all you can offer somebody. Like they did Damian Lillard. We ain't going to short you no money. We going to offer you the best of everything, and we going to give you loyalty. That's all you can give as a small market is loyalty. That's it. Because you got LA, New York, Atlanta, Miami, you got all these hot spots, and you want to keep them somewhere like Wisconsin. What can you I know they lemon pepper wings ain't that good, so it's nothing. Like I said, nothing you could do.
Yeah, well, I think the best thing to do is you pretty much got to start from scratch. You got to draft well. You got to scout well. Pretty much got to dress your team up, have your team looking good, and pretty much you got to spend some money. I know you're not gonna get like the big names, but you gotta get them second tier players to come over that will keep them top names for real. Yeah, so I think that's the best way. You pretty much just gotta just build from scratch for real.
I believe the best thing for small market teams to do is actually, like you said, show loyalty to the players.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a star player, if it takes an extra couple of dollars to get him a co-star, that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep them players on, what I'm saying, to stay loyal to your team. If you're not willing to go out there and try to spend the win, then ain't no player gonna stay on a small market team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Unless he was like a homegrown player
mm-hmm.
that wanted to stay home and play basketball. But other than that, if he ain't somebody who was born in that state, or and that want to stay home and play in front of his family, he gonna be gone as soon as he get the opportunity to make more money in the big market, where he gonna get looks.
Yeah, well, same like Milwaukee did. They pretty much did some work, brought Drew Holiday over there to keep Giannis to stay, bro. Because Giannis could have went anywhere. Bro. Yeah, that small market kept him.
Yeah. For me, I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think because you look at the Spurs is a small market team. I think you just need to have a consistency with it because the Spurs didn't make no excuses. So they had the same people in charge. You already know who's going to be there. The small market teams are so quick to get rid of their players. Besides the Jazz and the Spurs, you look where else, New Orleans. You telling me like you don't think a lot of players don't want to play down there, but it's just like, yo, like they really should be in the East. That's why they need an expansion team, but that's another situation. But Giannis is not staying there. Let's be real, because he didn't want to be there draft night. I'm just being honest. He's not going to stay there because everything. If you search up New Orleans right now, the only thing you're going to see is Zion. Man just had 34 points today. Cool, but it's the media that's going to force these players to say, "Fuck it." They're saying, "I need a ring. I need to get a ring. I need to get a ring. I need to get some endorsements, all that." And then you got the Stephen A. Smiths of the world and Shannon say, "Oh, they're trash. Or he's trash," or stuff like that. What do you think these players are going to do? They're going to be like, "Fuck it, man. I just want, you know what? Yo, can I join y'all? Yeah, come on, join." But the rebuttal back with what Shamar was saying, a lot of players been doing that since the 90s. If you remember 94, 95, who won that goddamn title? Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, Mario Elliott, all those guys. Like, you don't think that they was and let's not even talk about Scottie Pippen and Charles Barkley joining Hakeem. Like, even though it's at the tail end of their career, they still wanted to buddy up. They say, "Oh, well, I don't know why it's okay for people to just say, oh, well, they're older and they trying to get a ring." No.
Let me rebut that Houston one. Clyde and Hakeem actually played together in college.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So with them, I think it was just inevitable of them playing together. They played in college together, so they had a rapport with each other, and they already they had 1-1 before Clyde came to Houston. So I think Clyde won the second one. I don't think he played the first one with them.
No, he didn't. You're right.
Clyde won the second one.
Yeah.
We know with Barkley why he went to Houston. At the end of his career, he was chasing. So I think with those type of players, they really it didn't matter what kind of market they was in. It was just them towards the tail end of their career trying to win. Like you said, a lot of the current players, the reason a lot of them go to the big markets, they know of the opportunities that they can get. It's some you gotta think about it. You gotta look at some of these players that's in these big markets that you see on TV and commercials that ain't even stars of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching something where like Mitchell Robinson got his own show. Mitchell Robinson is not a star.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about YouTube? Okay, I think you're
Yeah.
talking about YouTube. Okay, yeah.
But it's if you just notice it shows New York stuff all over the place on that. They got
Yeah.
New York Knicks logos and stuff like that all over the place.
That's
And
true.
all these other Knicks players that's not stars as you see got endorsements and stuff like that. So you know being in a bigger market, you get that opportunity.
Mhm.
That's true. Very true. Anybody else with anything else with that, or going to the next topic? Which I want.
I think when it comes to like them small market teams though, like Charlotte, like I think if teams see them like they trying, like how Charlotte pretty much was at the bottom, but they
Mhm.
like over the years they was drafting well, and they spent some money. They brought gave Terry Rozier, he like a second tier player, but they paid him for real. Like Gordon
Mhm.
Hayward, he was like the last couple years he was trash for real, but they paid him for real, and pretty much just trying to build the team up, and they got lucky with the LaMelo for real.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think yeah, these small market teams just gotta start from scratch, just build for real, and don't give up on these young players for real. Yeah,
There's a lot of players that they gave up on, and I guarantee you, a lot of people next year in the free agent, we're gonna see at least one like
Yeah.
good ass role player go to
yeah, I'm sure.
Charlotte.
Yeah, I see like a Spencer Dinwiddie or yeah, something like another role player probably go down there for real, just to help that team out.
Yep. Well, this is your forte. This is not. I do not watch wrestling, so WrestleMania. Whatever the hell happened, y'all can tell me what happened with that. How y'all feel about WrestleMania?
Shit was great.
Oh shit! You want me to start off?
Yeah, you got it, man.
All right. Well, let's start with this. My man Roman Reigns come out on top. Man with the golden hand came out with top. He beat
Awesome.
Edge, beat Daniel Bryan. Like he said, he gonna beat him. He gonna stack him. And he gonna pin him. He stacked two people on top of each other, pinned them 1, 2, 3. Yada there.
Pause.
Hey,
Pause. Yeah. Sasha Banks, my boo, she lost. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Bianca Belair is a hell of a wrestler. She's pretty damn good, and
Right.
she took home the belt. I really didn't care too much about the Fiend and Randy Orton because it's just starting to get weird.
Horrible.
I know, right?
Yeah, I think they're about to mess that whole storyline up.
I know the Fiend was such a dope character. They fucking
Yeah.
it all up.
That's that damn Vince McMahon, man. Need to get out of there.
He retired. It's time.
Yeah.
I'll let you take over.
Oh yeah, man. That WrestleMania shit was great, man. Had in that Tampa Bay Stadium, they had fans there. Even with the lightning, they had a little lightning delay, but the show still went on for real. I think that night one was way better than night two, and yeah, it was some great matches for real. What's going on here?
Trav, you watch wrestling?
What the fuck is this?
I don't watch wrestling. I used to watch wrestling, but I don't watch it now. I don't see what's the entertainment about it anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, whatever. Whoever won, kudos. To
Yeah, it should is still entertaining, man. You know, just gotta follow the storylines. That's all. Yeah, it's still entertaining for real. Yeah, I know. Like back then, it was way more entertaining. People believed that it was real back then, for real. People were into the characters back then. Yeah, cause like I think this time around, like it ain't really no stars for real. You know,
one thing I do realize though is I noticed that they're pushing a lot of the I guess you could say the black athletes.
yeah.
Didn't see that.
It's almost like that's another thing that they kind of like threw me away from it is because now you're trying, even to me as a black person, I don't want to feel like y'all trying to cater to us now.
Yeah.
Y'all could, when there's been black athletes in wrestling for God knows how long. Why did it take this long for y'all to start making black athletes champions? Like
Yeah.
That's why I don't watch that.
Yeah, it does seem like the last like 2 or 3 years, It's been like a
Well, I
lot.
mean, that's not true. That's like it's not just black people. It's more people of color all around. It's not just white people. You have Hispanic, you have African American, Samoan, stuff like that. It's more racist touch and gold now than how it was dominated by white people back in the day. But that's because there's so much more talent now that's diverse in the company. You got so many. Like you got Roman Reigns, who's Samoan, which ain't nothing but Samoan niggas, but still, he's Samoan. They don't identify as African Americans. Then you got Apollo Crews, who's Nigerian, and you had Bailey once upon a time, who's Mexican or something like that. She's Mexican or Hispanic, one of them two, but it's similar to each other. Then you got like you had people from. It's just very, very diverse. I like how they made it so diverse now to where every culture has somebody that could be like, yo, they look like me, or or I could do that too because this person. So I actually like it, you know what I mean? To where back in the day you had Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, and everybody was white.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they did have those black characters, but they had, I forgot his name. So for K, I think K, whatever his name is. They all was pandering. You don't think they could have got a black person to play John Cena role, who was coming out there with some jeans and doing the Tony Yayo?
Honestly, John Cena was a black man. Like he's Caucasian, but his role was a black man. He played a black man, just like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder. He played a black man. John Cena's whole gimmick was an African American. That's what he did.
That's my point. That's my point. It was pandering. They was trying to cater to the black people. So they had people like the Godfather. We had all negative roles. Time for the whole train. That type of shit. So that's what I'm saying. They have to make up for all those years.
I can't see Ric Flair doing the whole train, bro. I just can't see that. You know what I'm saying?
You can't, but that's what I'm saying. They have to make up for that because you even had fucking Vincent McMahon saying, "Keep it up, my nigga." So he said that. He said that too.
He did say that.
So that's what I'm saying. He has to make up for all this shit before he retires. So yeah, he gonna have all these black females, and I'm happy for that. And all the black men, finally getting their just due because it was overdue. Period.
You okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's one of the first things I can honestly say. I agree with you, son.
I don't want you to agree with me. Next question. Play-in tournament.
Fuck you then.
Okay. The play-in tournament. Would you like to change it, adjust, or eliminate it?
Get rid of that shit because that shit seem like you fucking rewarding mediocrity, yo. Like it shouldn't be the way it is, man. I think if you got a losing record, I don't give a fuck how bad the conference is. If you got a losing record, you shouldn't be in the playoffs. I much rather it be the best teams, period. Not East, not West, just best teams, period. The best, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's in the playing tournament, yo. You got a sucky ass record and you 10th. So you have an opportunity now to make the playoffs by beating somebody else and somebody else beating somebody else. Fuck all that. You don't need to be in the playoffs. You need to be in the lottery. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Because I did hear that is only for this season. Then they're gonna vote again for real. I don't really like because I know Dallas like the 7th seed right now, and I think like the Kings can get the 10th seed. So if the Dallas lose them 2 games, then you'll have the Kings versus Phoenix in the playoffs, and I don't think nobody want to see that. Bro. Yeah, so you pretty much losing out on St. Luke in the playoffs. So I think they should get rid of it after this season. But my team, the Wizards is 10th place right now. So
and only 2 games back.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So my team got a chance to
let Brody in.
Yes, sir, man. He's going off lately too.
Brody looking like himself again, boy.
Yeah, once you
20 assists in a game.
That MVP cut, man. He back at it.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm actually gonna have a different opinion. I actually like the play-in. It is. You can say it's bad because it does give some bad teams a chance to actually play. Make the playoffs. But even if you're good enough, you should be able to make it regardless, whether it's a play-in or not. You know what I'm saying? like I said, I do like that opportunity for those, 9 and 10 seeds to get the opportunity to play, and it gives us more games to watch.
Yeah.
So it never hurts to have a little bit more basketball.
Yeah. I mean, if I would change it, I would say just have the 8th and 9th seed. If they like within a game of each other, just have them play like one game to see who get the 8th spot. Then just go from there. I wouldn't do like them last four teams. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'll adjust it because if you think about it, how the old way used to be was that, you play this season and you play a team for 4 times a game, 4 times a year, and
Mhm.
you're in this division. And if you beat them 3 out of 4 or whatever the case, when it comes down to decision time, that person that beat them 3 times go, automatically get advanced.
Yeah.
Like football.
Yeah, just like football, actually.
Yeah. No,
So
football go by division record though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying about the division record. But we're talking about in the NBA, it's a little slightly different because you got the East and the West. But the same thing goes for there. It's like, okay, we can have it the same. We can have the play-in tournament. But the thing is, if you're going to do that, get rid of the division then, because it's useless to play and beat them all year long, and then it come down to decision time. And let's say the Wizards beat who's at the bottom? Chicago.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, Chicago advanced. And then Wizards like, we beat them 4 times out of 4 times already. Why can't we just get advanced? But it's like, oh, we're playing a play-in tournament. So the thing is that the only reason people are complaining like Mark Cuban and all of them is because they was thinking, oh, this will give us a chance to get in the playoffs. Now you at, a certain point, and now you're just sitting there looking stupid, like, oh shit, why did I vote for this?
Yeah.
But
So they thought they was gonna be better than what they was.
Yeah, they thought it was gonna be like the 5th, 4th seed or something.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But Kristaps Porzingis ain't playing like a little bitch.
Yeah.
That's the funny part about it though, is like you hear an owner like Mark Cuban complaining about a playing tournament, and your team is damn near about to might fall out of the top 6 seed where they secured, so they might need to play tournament. They ain't too far out being 9th, 10th seed.
Yeah.
As tight as it is between that, 7 to 10, you might want to be glad that they have the playing tournament, because you would have been one of those 2 teams that would have fell out if it wasn't for it.
Facts.
Have a bad week on a 3-game losing streak, and you go from 7th to 11th that fast.
That's how it goes.
Everyone play sweet goal. I see the same hoes.
Just see how I go this season for real.
Yeah. Next topic is your favorite boxer. I'm gonna let y'all go with that first. What y'all think? Who's your favorite boxer?
The GOAT.
I'll go last on this one.
I'm gonna go with the GOAT, man. Money Mayweather, undefeated. That's pretty much it, man. Once a boxer go undefeated, he pretty much damn near the best, bro.
A few of them.
Yeah.
For me, I'll say Mike Tyson. I never seen nobody be a headliner in a pay-per-view, and God forbid if you come late to the house party or something like that, and then you get there, they're like, oh, yo, Mike just knocked them out in like 5 minutes, yo. Like, oh shit, all right. So
it's all your money.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's the only person I can think of that really I just look at and be like, yo, don't want to be fighting him. So
it's 2 for me. It's Iron Mike and Roy Jones Jr.
Forgot.
Especially growing up watching Roy Jones and seeing how effortless he looked in that ring, and it was just mind blowing how much fun like he had playing with his opponents. And like I said, with Tyson, it was just growing up at that time, seeing somebody get, win fights in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Sometimes you be pissed. It's a waste of money you paying for the pay-per-views. And that's the fight you really want to watch. And you done wasted $50 for a 15-second fight.
I'll be calling that nigga like, yo, I need my money back. Oh, I can't say the N-word, my bad. Call that man and be like, give my money back. But nah, my favorite boxer of all time is Prince Nassim Hamed.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Prince Nassim Hamed. That
Terrible.
boy, huh?
He was. I can't say he was terrible. He wasn't terrible.
That nigga, he was
He was
he
entertaining.
the only dude. He did a front flip into the ring. Like he'll walk to the ring. You got to look at his entrance. He'll do a front flip into the ring. The man was freaking doing the salsa while he's boxing dudes, beating the brakes off of them, and he's undefeated. Prince Nassim Hamed was the
That's like
my
the nigga
favorite
from Come
boxer.
to America. I don't know who the fuck that is.
You don't know who Prince
Oh, yeah,
Nassim Hamed is? Look him up, yo. He was knocking niggas out, dancing in the ring.
He was knocking niggas out, and he was entertaining as hell.
I know, right?
Undefeated.
I could have sworn he was undefeated. If he did,
Nah, I don't
lose,
think
he probably won because he retired early. He only fought like 37 times.
Somebody beat the brakes off him.
I don't remember that.
I gotta look it up.
We gotta look
didn't
that
work
up.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up.
Hold on, I'm gonna look that up right now. Hold on.
While he's looking that up, Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter. If you don't remember who Aaron Carter is, now he's a crackhead. Well, two crackheads are going to fight each other. I don't know when.
He lost one fight.
Oh, there you go.
He's 37-1.
Well,
Yeah,
somebody,
somebody-
Lamar Odom or somebody going to need that. But how y'all feel about Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter fighting each other?
Man, that shit like two retarded people fighting over a snack, yo. Hey, just fuck. Like, nah, I ain't watching that dumbass shit. Aaron Carter out here doing porn and looking like he done smoked the whole thing of meth. That motherfucker, nah, yo. Somebody to help them, man. Yo.
Yeah.
Y'all helping them. They got to give some money.
No, man.
Somebody drug. They need to both be drug tested.
Man, they gonna fail immediately.
Yeah.
I just hope. I swear, if we catch another L like Nate Robinson, I swear to God, I'm going fucking. I'm gonna eat this.
Yeah,
He
man.
gotta whoop his little ass.
Yeah, this shit is getting a little out of hand. You know, there's all this celebrity deathmatch type fights for real. Yeah, I think
It's
these
definitely that.
two crackheads fighting each other for real. Former crackheads, current crackheads, man. This is gonna be a long ass fight for real. I think like that 5th and 6th round, I think they just gonna nod off on each other for real. And whoever get the first hit, I guess gonna take it for real. I see Lamar Odom losing. For real. I don't know why. Yeah, but it's looking bad.
Better not.
Yeah, somebody
He
need to.
better fucking not.
But it's a height difference. Lamar Odom is like 6'10", 6'9".
Listen,
Aaron
it ain't
Carter
no-
is what, 5'11"?
That height don't mean
6'11"?
shit. Once you get
6'1"?
into a tall motherfucker, it's difficult for them because they got so much reach. How they gonna swing inside when you in them? You gotta get close. Pause. Yeah. Once you get inside of their offense, it's easy. But the problem is getting inside of the offense. That's the only problem.
Yeah,
And
you
if
gotta
you're
get
not
close,
skilled
man.
enough to allow you to get in, you're done.
Well, I was about to ask next, how y'all feel about celebrities, fighting each other in a boxing ring? Like, who you like to see next?
I want to see real celebrities fight, not these
Yeah.
these bees. I want to see Morgan Freeman and Ben and Danny Glover go at it. That's what I want.
You want to see two old ass niggas fight? We just seen two old ass niggas fight.
Right. Fucking right. I want to see Samuel Jackson.
I really don't care for the celebrity boxing shit. They need to. I mean, if it's making them money, whatever, but it's not entertaining to me.
Yeah.
Shit, I want to see Chris Brown and Victor Cruz go at it.
Crazy.
They both fighting over Carucci.
I want to see.
Carucci's not with Victor anymore, so
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I want to see some celebrities fight some real boxers.
Nah, that'd be an ass whipping. That's not
Real
even.
boxers with one hand mine.
I wouldn't. That's like, yo. I don't
Somebody will
care
get
if you
shot.
are retired. I don't care if you're a retired boxer. Once you reach that level of fighting profession, ain't no normal person going to be able to step to you and fuck you up unless you drunk or you just catch you with a sucker punch. It ain't happening. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen that shit. I've seen a motherfucker I thought can really throw hands. Go up to one of them MMA dudes, get kicked right in the chin, done. Boom. Like, damn, bro.
There's a difference, man. Professional fighters, man.
Yeah, that's
Professional.
crazy.
Didn't we say this before? Said like,
Yeah,
ain't no, ain't
Professional
Logan Paul
boxers,
ain't beating
man,
no
yeah.
Floyd Mayweather or Jake Paul or whatever Paul it is. Floyd gonna bust his ass. Like, not even.
Yeah.
You could get fucking. Who's a bum ass boxer? Adrian Broner is washed up, even though he's still nice. Adrian Broner would beat the lights out of Jake Paul.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You know he would.
I don't know the difference between Jake and the other dude. I don't know.
They both brothers. They both look the same. They both box. Neither one of them
one
really
is taller and then the other one, correct?
Yeah, one is stocky.
Slightly.
Yeah, Jake is like more bulky.
Okay, so the other one is
Both,
what,
yeah.
Logan? Okay, that's the one that I wanted to see fight somebody else, but whatever it is. The next question is should sports have a PTO system? Because we see the Kyrie situation with his new, religion trying to find itself. What y'all feel about that?
Absolutely. Like, it's still a job. Like, when it comes down to it, it's still a job. And athletes are worked too hard. Like, they play so much, they always getting hurt because they overwork. Sometimes they need time for themselves to do certain things. If I go to work and have a PTO system, they should have one too, which I think they do. It's just like, it's more so like under the table type shit. It's not, oh, he took a PTO day off, this is why he's not playing. It'd be more, oh, family emergency. Probably not a family emergency, just taking a day off. The team made an excuse to give him a day off, which I think they have. So I think they should have a PTO system, and only on non-televised games though. That's the thing. If you want to take a day off, fine. Take the day off on a game that's not on television, because that's the games that everybody want to see, not the ones on NBA TV, the ones on TNT and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. They should have PTO days. They should get like little vacation days because of the work they put in and all the traveling that they do. They should get time off, I guess. Yeah, family for real. Yeah, but yeah, I do agree with that. Like, you shouldn't be able to take off in televised games
Unless you're hurt, like actually hurt.
Yeah. If you really hurt, then take.
Or if it's a religious day, like the Sabbath or something like that. If it's like actually a religious day, like some shit like that, I'm okay with that as well.
I agree. I think that the athletes should have PTO. Because like you said, they if you think about it, they're almost nonstop working. Because either they're working physically on their body to be able to handle the season, or or they are doing practicing with the team, or out there actually playing the games. So they really don't have real vacation time, unless you can say, well, at the end of the season. But even that, they get to stop for a short period of time, and then they have to go back into getting their body right and getting ready for the following season.
Yeah.
So I think they should.
They're still playing ball throughout the summer too.
Time off during the season, even if you want to disguise it as, you see some of these players might have DNPs for some kind of illness or something like that. Just, you know what I'm saying? They need it.
Yeah.
Even with them, you say there's people that might complain, well, they make too much money, so they should be out there playing all the time. But if you was making that much money, wouldn't you still want a vacation day off?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's nonstop for them dudes. They working out in the summertime. They still playing ball in the summertime. They still got their appearances and stuff that they got to make to other countries to promote this, that, and the third. They need time for themselves. Like, and us as consumers and fans and stuff need to understand that they are not a robot. They're not a product. They're still people. So they deserve their privacy. They deserve their time off. If Kyrie wants to take days off, cool. Just don't take days off on televised games unless you're hurt.
You can't say that though, because even like you said, looking at Kyrie, who's somebody who just founded this the religion of being Islamic or Muslim. Yeah. So both cases. With this being his first Ramadan, he don't know the experience of having to from sun up all the way up until sundown. You can't eat or drink nothing. You can't intake anything. So this is new to him. His body's not used to this. So he needs that. He needs that time of. Now, if this was like his second, third year, fourth year into doing this new, in this religion, his body is adjusted to it. He knows what to do to make sure that during those hours, that even if he's not consuming anything, that he's still good to go. So that's the hard part that people won't understand about the Muslim faith.
That falls under to what I said earlier. Though I said religious stuff is different. Like I'm just saying, for a non-televised game, I said except for religious things like that, or if you're really like really hurt in religious shit, those are the only times I'll be like, okay, televised games, you can, shit like that. Like you never step in front of somebody's religion. Like you got Jewish people, they got certain, that's the weirdest thing. Like they do. I don't get it, but that's their religion. They got to walk a certain amount of time. They can wear certain type of things and stuff like that. And that's great. And that's cool. And if it was something like that, it's like, oh, I can't do this at this time. You got to respect it. And that's just how I view it.
For me, I think it can be that way. It's just the PTO system has to be regulated and set in stone. So that's why the CBA situation come in 2024. I think they're going to put that in because now you have a owner who is Jewish, and you have a lot of I don't even want to say owner, team owners that's Jewish also. So the thing with Kyrie is that nobody understands that religion. To be honest with you, everybody understands the Jewish religion because nobody wants no beef with them. But when it comes down to it, like you don't want to have a Dennis Rodman situation where it's playoff time. I need to go to Vegas for 3 days. I'll be right back. So I mean, you have that situation where people is going to abuse it. But then you got people that really have situations going on, and all that, especially with football, definitely needed for football.
Yeah, man.
But people want to say in football, oh, they only play once a week, maybe twice a week. No, I'm telling you right now, they're trying to compete with the NBA, so they're going to have football on every fucking day. So it's just like that. Baseball, I mean, I don't have respect for baseball, but they're going to have a PTO system too. But, they don't really do that much, in my opinion. They play a lot of games, but guess what? If they get a Albert Pujols contract, or what's the other guy name? I forgot his name. If they get one of those contracts,
Mike Trout contract, or
yeah, like one of those, yeah. Like people look at, like, it's like I said, it all comes down to media, because media is looking at these things and saying, oh, we need to, they think selfishly because they say, oh, if basketball ain't flourishing and football's not flourishing and baseball not flourishing, they're going to start cutting out checks. They're going to start getting rid of us. That's why I get mad at Stephen A. Smith, because he say stupid stuff because he's thinking selfishly, like, oh, damn, we need to get the NBA back on. We need to we need that. People need that. No, people don't need that.
Yeah.
Like, you got other things going on in your life. Like, this is the perfect time to get your shit together. But that's my opinion on it. But anybody want to keep on going with that, or? Nope. Okay. The next question is Julian Edelman. Is he a Hall of Famer? So I'm going to name a couple Hall of Famers, and y'all can either agree with or not. Chad Ochocinco, LaShawn McCoy.
Fringe. Yes, I think Shady McCoy. Yes. Chad Ochocinco, fringe. And that's because he had such a terrible end of his career. He left the Bengals, went to the Patriots, got into some domestic violence with Lozada, Evelyn Lozada, that he disappeared. And it just went, he couldn't get back in the league. As good as he was, he just couldn't get back in the league. But when he was playing, he was a very effective player for the Bengals. He was a great personality. He was a good wide receiver. He was never like the best wide receiver in the NFL at one particular time. I would never say he was the best, but he was definitely a quality receiver, maybe a top 10, at his peak. So I think Chad is a Hall of Famer, but it may take him a couple tries. Julian Edelman, I want to say yeah, because I want to be biased. I want to say yeah. And I think I will say yeah. but it's not like a I guarantee it. You know what I mean? I think he'll make it in a couple tries because, in my opinion, he's the equivalent of Wes Welker, and I think Wes Welker is going to eventually make it too. Plus, he was a NFL, he was an MVP, well, Super Bowl MVP, and he was a damn good receiver. So I'm gonna say yeah. And Shady McCoy, not without a shadow of a doubt. He's probably the more guaranteed out of all of them.
Yeah.
In my opinion. He was a running back that could do every fucking thing. Like Shady McCoy was a bad dude when he's playing for the Eagles, that was a bad motherfucker. Then when he went to the Bills, he was still a bad motherfucker. And then he the only player I know literally get 2 rings back to back Super Bowls and don't touch the field. That's historic right there, yo. Nigga don't even touch the field, bro. He got 2 rings back to back.
Healthy scratch.
He retired too.
Yeah. I like Julian Edelman, but I wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame. Because right now, wide receivers, they pretty much depend on receiving yards. And right now he's 156 in receiving yards. That's pretty much less than Odell, Jarvis Landry, and Mike Evans. And all of them got more than him in less years, for real. And he was a great playoff player, I will say that, because I think he's second behind Jerry Rice in receptions and receiving yards. And he got a Super Bowl MVP. But I just don't think the overall numbers compete with Randy Moss and Marvin Harrison and other wide receivers who are already in the Hall of Fame right now. So I wouldn't put Julian Edelman in there.
I think Julian Edelman is a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's a first ballot. I think he is very much like treading water to be in the Hall of Famer. But I do think he will make it. He will get in because of the accolades, Super Bowls, being like you said, was saying second all time, and playoff receiving yards and touchdowns.
3 rings.
Yeah, so I said being a Super Bowl 3-time champion and being a Super Bowl MVP.
Yep.
Okay. Well, for me, I mean, if I'm going down the list, Chad Ochocinco, I want him to be in it because that's just me personally, because he was entertaining on the court. I'm on the field. LaShawn McCoy, I mean, for me, I would say borderline. I would say like second ballot, like first time. Like I think they get to go in like 4 years after they finish playing. Was that NBA? I think. Whatever the case may be, I think he'll come in 5. Yeah, okay. I think the next time going around, I think he will, because I think he's like in that Turner Owens type of situation where people might say yeah, some people say no. Well, Edelman, I'll say yeah, but that's only because he was Tom Brady's wide receiver. I think if Aaron Hernandez was still playing and he didn't do what he did, he would be in it. Gronk is going to be in it. Well, I wouldn't say Wes Walker. I don't know why I say Wes Walker, but like Julian Edelman, like those 3 guys right there would have definitely made it. But I mean, some people are mad because Torrey Holt is not in the Hall of Fame, which I don't understand. But it is what it is after that. So
that's the one issue I have with I'm gonna say I have with the NFL's Hall of Fame is that the criteria for them change per player.
Yep.
Some players could be like you'll see some players that, like, say for instance, Randy Moss. Randy Moss is one of the most talented receivers all time, period. And he made a first time he was the first ballot Hall of Famer, but he has terrible character as a receiver.
Mm.
I think Terrell Owens was a better receiver. His numbers show that he was a better receiver. Mm-hmm. But his character was his downfall for him.
Yeah.
And that's why it took him his 3rd try to be in the Hall of Fame when he should. If you go by his numbers alone, his stats alone, he's a first ballot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I was looking up some numbers. I was looking up some numbers on Shady McCoy. All right,
yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer, bro.
Hell yeah, first
But
ballot.
what is the
He's a damn
what is
sure-
but what
he's-
is the criteria for Hall of Fame then?
I think
That's all based on these motherfuckers and their opinions. But if you look at the numbers,
It's not based off their
Shady McCoy
opinions.
has. Let me break down. Shady McCoy averaged about for his career about 5 yards per carry. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
He has 99 touchdowns. He's 99 touchdowns. That's a running back. 90, which is, I mean, that don't sound that great, but for a running back, he has almost 12,000 career yards.
That's
Let's
screen
put it in
passes,
perspective.
right? That's right. That's screen passes, right?
Yeah, just passes. You know, it's not all screen passes. Sometimes he didn't line up like a wide receiver, but he'll do like slant routes and stuff like that. Shady McCoy was a great, he was a great. I won't say
Don't
wide
say
receiver.
great. Don't say great. Don't say great. Don't say great because he
For
wasn't
a
doing
running
it.
back, yes, he
Well,
was.
agree what?
For a running
A
back,
great-
yes, he was.
You was about to say he's a great receiver.
For a running back, yes, he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
He was one of the better receiving running backs.
hmm
Okay. Go ahead. Continue with what you're saying.
Catches out of the backfield. He was one of the running backs
great.
that catch out of the backfield.
Yeah, I got him going in first ballot for because he was
Me
on
too.
that all decade team from 2010 to 2019, and like during that time he had more rush yards than Adrian Peterson, than Marshawn Lynch, and all them running backs during that time for real. And
Also, I compared him to Barry. I looked at Barry Sanders' career shit. He averaged, when it came to like yards per carry, same thing as Barry. Barry had 3,000 more yards than him.
Mm.
So he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And Barry Sanders is labeled the GOAT. And he's not that far off from Barry.
Who said Barry Sanders was the GOAT?
What?
Barry Sanders the GOAT?
Barry Sanders the GOAT, bro.
no,
No.
Who's better than Barry?
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith.
What?
Emmitt Smith?
Smith is the all-time.
Hell no.
What?
Hell no.
See, that's the thing. You look at style over substance.
No,
Like-
no. Emmett, no. Don't. We had this. No, Sam. Stop this. All right. That's
How-
blasphemous. Emmitt Smith is buried to Barry Sanders.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You've lost your football.
Remember.
Why-
Everybody
yeah.
say something bad about you. They don't say nothing about me. They
Why-
say
why-
something
why
about
is
you.
that?
Because
Why is he better than Emmitt Smith? I would
I'm saying.
listen, dog.
Why
He
did
played
feel that way?
10 years, and he played 10 years compared
Mhm.
to Emmitt Smith 15, 16, and it took him that long to get damn near where Barry Sanders already is. Barry Sanders did more and with he had no line. Emmitt Smith was playing with the Cowboys, great line, great players. Barry Sanders ain't have nobody. Barry Sanders was the Lions. Emmitt Smith he had Troy Aikman. My motherfucker, he had a squad.
stop comparing the squad. We're talking. You said the line. Stay with the line.
It
Stay with the
doesn't
line.
matter. Barry Sanders didn't have a line.
Hold on.
Watch
Let-
Barry Sanders and watch Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith out of Dallas was still effective too, even when he went to Arizona.
Listen, all I got, we can pull up the numbers and look at the careers. You look at the carries per yard, like how many yards he got per carry. Barry Sanders is higher. Barry Sanders played less years. Barry Sanders didn't retire because he was falling off. Barry Sanders retired because he wanted to.
No, you're wrong.
Sanders didn't
You're
have
wrong. You're wrong.
Full of
You're
shit.
wrong.
Barry Sanders
Harry Sanders retired
Had nobody
because his
blocking for him.
ankles.
nah, he
As
was
it's-
in a bad. He was in a bad organization, so he left him.
He
No,
left.
he had bad ankles.
He did not retire because he was hurt. He pulled a Megatron. He did not retire because he was hurting or he was declining. He
Mhm.
retired because he was in a terrible situation. He said, "I'm done. I'm hanging it up." And do you think the Lions are just going to give him away for free? No, he was like, "I'm out. I'm done."
Yeah,
Don't
man.
compare Emmitt Smith to Barry Sanders.
Okay, so you telling me
Don't
Barry
do
Sanders?
that.
So you're telling me Barry Sanders is
Adrian
better?
Peterson is better than Emmitt Smith.
If you want to say that, sure.
Mhm.
But
Fucking, I get real dirty. Fucking Corey Dillon better than fucking Emmitt Smith.
All right. What's the next?
Okay, I'm tripping on that one.
what's the next
But
topic?
Trip on that
still,
goddamn thing.
I'm tripping on that one, but I was getting real disrespectful. But nah, you got motherfuckers like LaDainian Tomlinson is better than Emmitt Smith. LT better than him. If motherfucking Marshawn Lynch didn't retired, I would say he's better than Emmitt Smith. He came back looking like shit. Beast Mode would have played another 3, maybe 4 more years. He better than Emmitt Smith.
I don't know, man.
Keep digging yourself this hole, because once
I'm
again,
not
somebody
digging
gonna say
myself no hole.
somebody
Emmitt
gonna say a whole
Smith-
bunch of dumb shit. You saying
Sorry,
a bunch of
bro.
dumb shit right now.
That's just
Emmitt
something.
Smith is he played forever, bro. That's why he got them yards. He played forever.
See, you contradict yourself so many times.
Played for-
Let's go back. Let's go back to the Karl Malone situation. So if you're being correct with me, you're saying that if you play a long time and somebody plays shorter than you and they have better stats, they're better than the person that would play longer. That's what you're saying. That's your logic.
First off, no. Now you're twisting shit around. Okay. All
That's
I was
what you
saying.
said.
No. You're switching up a narrative right now.
Okay, what are you switching?
Now this is what I'm saying. If I play 19 seasons, all right, and you play 14 seasons, all right, and you drop 20,000 points, and I drop 22,000 points, who had a better career? You did, because you did it in shorter amount of time. That means while you was doing it, you was doing it at a higher clip than what I was doing it. It took me 22 years to get what you got in 14.
So
That
we're not
makes you
counting. So
better.
we're not counting accolades and none of that, right? None of that shit matter, right?
Listen, what are we talking about here? Because now you bouncing all over the place.
No,
man.
because you're saying points. So since a person did better in points and whatever the case may be, their accolades, their Super Bowl, they not just like you said about Tim Duncan and Karl Malone, right? That's
No,
what you said.
You can factor that. You can factor that shit in too. But you also got to look at the fact that football is a totally different thing than basketball. Totally different thing. Football is a any given Sunday type thing. Anybody could win at any given time. Basketball, 9 times out
We're
of 10,
talking about
the better
individuals.
team is
We're
gonna
not
win
talking.
every
We're not
time.
talking about teams. We're talking about individuals, correct? We're not talking about
Individual,
teams.
Barry Sanders is damn near the all-time leading rusher almost. Emmitt Smith is the only all-time leading rusher because he played 5, 6, 7 more years than yo. He retired at his peak, Sam, not when he was declining and living off of his name. Barry Sanders retired at his peak.
I gotta look that up. Man. I gotta see how many
Look,
yards.
bro, look, Google
many
it right
yards
now.
Barry Sanders
Look it
got.
up. Compare Emmitt Smith to Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is at 15,000 yards plus right now. Emmitt Smith
How many years?
probably like at 18. I'll do it for you. Y'all keep on going. I'll do it right now. Barry Sanders, 15,216 and 69 yards, 150 rushes, 33,000, 153 games. 153 games.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna go to Emmitt Smith.
Go to Emmitt Smith.
1990 to 2004. He has 18,355. That is 3,000 more.
How many games?
And Barry Sanders
plus more games, Sam.
Barry Sanders has
100.
15,000 yards, right?
Sam, he played 220.
I don't care about that. I don't care about the years. How much Barry Sanders have?
He has 15,000
How
plus
much Emmitt Smith have?
18,000, 3,000 more. How many
Okay.
years, bro?
I don't care about that. So
What do you mean you don't care about that?
what about don't count? So when it comes to that,
13 years,
how many
bro.
Super Bowls do Barry Sanders have?
15 years playing, bro. 15 years.
How many Super Bowls? How many Super Bowls do
Hold on.
Emmitt Smith
Hold on. We got to end this count. We're about to do this right now.
have?
Hold on. How many years? Careers? What's going to tell me in a second? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He played 5 more years than this man. 5 more years.
So okay, let me give you a better example then.
5 more years.
Let me-
At Barry Sanders' clip, he would have been an all-time leading rusher. He played 5 more.
All-time rusher. Now you're
years.
going dumb now. You forget about Walter Payton? You forgot about Walter Payton?
Emmitt Smith is the all-time leading rusher.
Yeah, but you're saying at the end of the day, if you're saying Emmitt Smith is the all-time leader in rushing, right? Doesn't that account for something? Doesn't that count for him being an individual that took care of himself?
That
Because
counts for a motherfucker that just kept playing for a very, very long time.
You still have to do your work at the end of the day, right?
Sometimes you can live off your name. Look at Brett Favre. Brett Favre lived off his name. Brett Favre wasn't all that good at towards the end of his career. He lived off his name. Some players leave the team that they were just killing with, go to another team, and live off their name. Cam Newton, for God's sakes. Yeah. Cam Newton living off his name.
You could say Adrian Peterson doing that too.
He doing the same thing. Your name
Adrian Peterson
more cash in your play. Oh, we can get deeper. I can pull up his lap. Come on, no, I'm not even done. We're gonna go right back over here, Barry. No,
you're making my point. At the end of the day, a running back is the most scarce position out there because they only have like a year span of 3 to 5 years, correct?
Dude, hold on. Listen, dog.
Right?
Listen.
No, right. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Whatever.
Right? So at the end of the day, Emmitt Smith took care of his body better than Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders did not get hurt. That's not why he stopped playing.
He could have retired and came back, correct?
He didn't want to play no more. He was done. He said, "I'm done with this shit." He left.
The same thing about Warren Moon.
Listen. I'm about to shut it down. His rookie year, 1989, when I was born, Barry Sanders rushed for over 1,470 yards. That's damn near 2,000 yards in one season. 1997, he entered the one of those 2,000 yard seasons. There's only about 5, maybe 6 players that ever did that. That's
tell me the players since you know. Tell me the players since you know.
I don't know all of the players. I know.
Tell me the first person on the list.
I know Jamal Lewis is one of them. Chris Johnson is one of them. Barry Sanders is one of them.
Who at the top of the list?
It's not Emmitt Smith.
No. Besides that, who else is on top of the list?
Sam, I'm not going through all them. I got to look
Eric
through all
Dickerson. What the fuck you talking about?
He almost did it again in 1994. 18,000. Yo, come on. Don't even compare.
You saying Barry Sanders is a goat, whatever. Anyway, next topic.
No, hold on. No. We're not done yet. Hold on. No, we almost done. My fucking God. Barry Sanders. I'm not Barry Sanders. Emmitt Smith. Let's look at 937 yards in 2004. 2003, 256. 2002, 975. Then all the rest is 1,000. His best year was 1995 in Dallas, which was 17,773. He don't compare to Barry Sanders.
He's still better than him, in my opinion.
He don't compare. He does not compare. Not close.
Yeah. So you're saying you're saying Barry Sanders.
Somebody with Barry Sanders, you better go for Walter Payton. You better go for OJ.
You said Barry Sanders better than Walter Payton. You pretty much said that, right?
In my opinion, Barry Sanders is the GOAT.
So he's better than Walter Payton, right? I just want to have this recorded because you said that, right?
Listen. You said Emmitt Smith. Walter Payton, I'm not going to speak bad.
You said Barry Andrews is the GOAT, which means the greatest of all time.
Yes, I think Barry Sanders is the greatest.
Better than Walter Payton, right?
In my opinion, yes. But if somebody want to argue me down, I won't argue with you. I'll let you have it. I'll be like, okay. Somebody said OJ Simpson. I'll be like, all right, do what you. That's opinions. But don't you dare bring Emmitt Smith in no damn conversation.
Emmitt Smith,
that man. You better.
Let me. This is the last thing I'm gonna bring up. Let me rephrase back to what you said in the beginning. If they ain't getting the chip, they ain't nothing. That's what you said. I'm going to the next question because that is a chip, right?
Next question.
Yo, he played with Dallas in their prime, bro.
I don't want to hear that. He making excuses for everything. Tim Duncan make excuses.
Michael Irvin.
If woulda, shoulda, coulda. All that. I don't want to hear
Troy
that.
Aikman, Michael Irvin,
and Emmitt Smith. And the conversation. Next question is: should Shannon Sharpe and others, as Skip Bayless and such others, should be held accountable for what they say?
No, I don't think so. I mean, their personalities, their job is to say shit, to strike up a conversation, even if they truly don't mean it. I like when they do these jobs, it's like, all right, today I'm gonna be the good guy and you're gonna be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen Shannon Sharpe say some shit one day, and then the next episode or 3 episodes down the line, he's the good guy now, going against what he said a couple months ago. And I'm like, okay, I think they just pick and choose. Yeah, I'm gonna take this side today. You take this side, because I've watched Skip do the same shit too. So it's all a show. You know what I'm saying? So for them to really sit there and be held accountable for it, you know, I don't really think so. I think that this is all a form of entertainment.
Yeah, I definitely think they should be held accountable, especially whenever they saying is not factual, and they on national TV just speaking on people's name. You can't just throw rumors and lies out there. For real. Yes, so yeah, they definitely should be held
I,
accountable.
I, I agree too. I think they should be held accountable. I feel like if you say something about the athlete and they respond, then since you made it public, you should be able to take it in public also.
Mm,
Yeah.
Even if y'all want to have a public discussion or whatever, like the whole thing you seen with Shannon Sharp and KD going
mm,
back and forth on Twitter, and then Shannon Sharp blocked them.
yeah.
You're like, you can say what you want to say about me on national TV,
Mm,
and then you want to talk to me in private to handle the situation. Like, I
mm.
understand as long as you're not getting physical with me, we should be able to talk to each other in public, or settle our differences in public. As long as it's not getting physical.
That's true. For me, yeah, he definitely need to be held accountable because uh let's use a real life situation. If somebody say, something about your personal life and you find out that person said it, you want to try to hold that person accountable. It's not about being entertainers. You can be an entertainer, but just have the facts down. You can say, oh, KD said this about LeBron. If it turned out to be false, you have to be held accountable and say, I said that. I got that from this website. Shannon being petty, saying, oh, well, didn't KD say this about joining teams and now he's on a team? That's not talking about the situation. At the end of the day, KD still had to be held accountable for that too. But you're on a big platform and you're saying crazy stuff. Just like when Chris Bosh held Skip in check for calling him Bosh Spice. That was crazy. Like you just went overboard. You just got too much fun going on. Now Chris Bosh was the type of person like Latrell Sprewell and start choking Skip on the TV. I wouldn't find nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Trout's pretty well.
So I mean that's my personal opinion on that.
So I would love to see Chris Bosh start choking somebody, man. Yeah, go from that Wayne Brady, like that Wayne Brady episode on Chappelle.
Wayne Brady got smacked.
Chris Bosh
Wayne-
choke him.
Yeah, that would be fun. Going to the next question. What free agent would you like to see come back and have another chance in the NBA or any sport for that matter?
Jello ball. Psych nah. A free agent that I think do I think that can still play or they're retired like done?
You want to come back? You don't know
Want
if
them
they're
to come
done or not.
back?
Yeah.
Man, yo, it's so many, man, that I miss, bro. Like I miss Gilbert Arenas. I miss AI. I miss Kobe. Yeah, I think I really want Gilbert Arenas to come back though. I want him and Steph Curry to duel it out.
I think Steph will run away with that. But even I'm Gilbert Arenas fan, but yeah, Curry do your dirty in any shooting contest. Yeah. Well, the player I picked was I picked Tyreke Evans because I liked Joe when he played for the Pelicans. Yeah, he played.
Pelicans.
Yeah. When he played for the Kings too, but when he was on New Orleans, he helped AD go to the playoffs a couple times. But he got expelled or suspended from the league, banned from the league because of substance abuse, something like that. But he eligible to come back in May. So I hope if he want to come back, hopefully he get another chance.
Honestly, for me, I'd like to see OJ Mayo come back.
Damn, took my
Yeah, I wanted to say yo too.
Yeah. He
I'm
overseas
mad.
film. But
He's
also
turned into a roster.
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. But for me, I also wanted to see Michael Beasley. For some reason, I don't think he ever got a chance or his attitude. I know he's bipolar and stuff like that, but I think if he would have got in the league and he would never went to Miami, I think that if he went to a team like OKC or something like that, where it's nothing to do, because being a rookie and being 18 in Miami, that might be a little tough for anybody, especially coming from a place like Kansas State. It's like you go from there, to Miami. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no excuses. So
Yeah.
He from like PG County or something like that. So
Yeah, he from Maryland somewhere, some shit like that. So he used to seeing ass walk around.
Different from
it's
Miami.
no script. It's different from Miami. Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way different.
I don't think like being in Miami was your problem for real. I don't know why you couldn't
It's
succeed.
because the way the NBA was back then, it was I wouldn't say it wasn't positionless basketball. He was like too small to play his position, and then he was too slow to play a smaller position. You know what I'm saying? He was in that like let's say like Bam Adebayo in a way. You know what I'm saying? Bam Adebayo back in the day would probably be like a power forward, and Bam can't really guard no power forwards, and they had Michael Beasley as a 6'8" power forward back then. And it was more of a, post-up game, bruiser type style game. He didn't suit that. Now, this style of NBA right now would fit him more because now he can play like a stretch four and be playing people his size and shit like that. And it's more finesse orientated and more shooting involved. So it was just bad timing for him.
Yeah, you can say that too. I do think his game was depending on like more ISO game too. Yeah, so I think he'll fit right in during this time.
Well, I mean, like I said, I would like to see him, and I want to throw one more person in there, Lance Stevenson.
Oh hell no!
Hell yes.
I would love to
Yeah.
come back. He actually can come back this season.
He can. Yeah, I would like to see him come back because the stuff he was doing on the court, I'm like, yo, nobody in the world would try to do that except for a nigga from New York. The only person I think would do that also would be TJ Ford, but TJ Ford had that injury. So
Stephon Marbury and his bitch ass.
Stephon Marbury, I don't think he would do half of the stuff that he would do on the court. On the street.
Stephon Marbury can play any era, yo. Stephon Marbury.
I'm not saying he couldn't do it there. I'm just saying the stuff that he would do on the street. I see him play on the street before Rucker Park and stuff like that. Like
shit, he would not out more people saying, what about Steve Francis, Brandon Roy? Like these. Like
I wish you never got hurt. Bro.
Yeah,
B. Roy, right?
Yeah. Roy and Francis.
Yeah, I think it's just something in Portland that's just Greg Oden was.
Imagine Brandon Roy and fucking Damian Lillard, Joe. Like,
oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
They play pretty much the same way.
Yeah, remember they had Brandon Roy. They had LaMarcus.
Yeah. LaMarcus too.
Yeah.
Just imagine them three: Roy, Lillard, and Marcus. What in the?
Yeah, that would be.
I'm gonna have to put that on 2K or something. See what that's like.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Wrapping up, we got the capping awards. This is an award for somebody that's been capping for the month or the week. So I'm gonna let y'all go first.
I'll go last.
All right. Yeah, my cap. I'm gonna give it to Ben Simmons. He been talking. Yeah, he been talking a lot of reckless lately. For I know he said he the best defender in the league. Say he should get defensive player of the year. And I think he was comparing himself to Rudy Gobert. Say last time I played Rudy Gobert, I gave him 42. I looked at this game, man. That Rudy Gobert ain't got that man all game. So I'm gonna give the captain award to Ben Simmons.
Wow.
Yeah.
For me, it's going to be Chauncey Billups once again. Only because I seen my favorite player. Well, my first, I'll say juggle between him and KG, but I seen my favorite player get mad at a person that really, to be honest with you, bust his ass a lot. And it makes you look at it and say you're being sour about a lot of shit. And instead of just doing your job for the Clippers, being an assistant coach and trying to get the Clippers at least to the finals. If he would have get the Clippers to the finals or helped get them to the finals and then said some shit, or they win a title, then I'd be like, all right, Chauncey, I'll fuck with it. But right now it was bad timing and it make you look like, sour about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So it's my opinion.
Mine's goes to Paul Pierce for that dumb shit he did. That dumbass video he did. Yeah. Even if you felt like you wanted to get fired, there's other ways you could have went about that.
Yeah.
Especially to be live and only have a little over 300 people to be a celebrity. You should be ashamed of your damn self.
How you get fired on your day off?
My Captain Award goes to Samuel Lamar Wilson for
How's
saying Emmitt Smith is better than Barry Sanders.
That's not a Captain Award though.
You capping, bro. You capping. They gonna
Wow.
roast your ass for that.
They
about to
roast you
light
every week. They don't never roast me. The only thing I
they
got
about
roasted
to
about
roast
was
you
the
this
JJ
week,
Redick.
boy. They about to put your ass on the spool and spin you around on that shit. Cause
I would love
I
to
ain't
see
never
it.
hear no silly shit like that. Emmitt
You
Smith
say
better than
silly
Barry
shit.
Sanders.
Let's get that straight. You say a lot of silly shit.
That's cool, but I ain't say no shit like that, yo. That's
You said
yo.
Carmelo better than Tim Duncan. I don't want to hear nothing.
I said if you take away the rings and just compare numbers.
You saying it's woulda, shoulda, couldas. I don't want to hear that. You said Carmelo.
No. I said if you take away the rings. I said if you keep the rings.
We're not doing no
Tim Duncan's the
fantasy
greatest.
world. We're not saying no fantasy world.
Trav, did I just say you can even listen to this thing again? I said Tim Duncan is the GOAT. I said, but I think Carmelo would be the GOAT if the rings were taken away. But you can't take away the rings. So Tim Duncan is the GOAT. I said that.
So why even say that? Why even make a magical fantasy world?
Why are you living in a fantasy world of Emmitt Smith being better than Barry Sanders, Sam?
That's what I think. Just like I said, Jerry Rice is the best wide receiver.
Hell no.
That's my personal opinion.
Terrell Owens is better than Jerry Rice.
There you go. That is
Randy
a Captain
Moss
Award.
is better than both of them.
You tripping? Okay.
Randy Moss is better than both of them. And if
All
you
right.
really want to go all around, Terrell Owens is probably number one because he was a great slot receiver too, not just a deep threat.
But Terrell Owens played longer than everybody else, right?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the years. I'm not sure. He might not.
Yeah, I think Jerry played more than all of them.
Jerry may play more than everybody.
We ain't say Jerry. We said Terrell. He said Terrell Owens.
He say it's better than
I said he did not hear what I just said. I said Randy Moss is the greatest to me. I said, but if you really want to compare totality, Terrell Owens is probably the best because he was not only a deep threat, he was a great route runner and he was a great slant runner. He could do everything. Then on top of that, you give him the ball, he running you the fuck over. So he was like so versatile as a wide receiver. If you really wanted to give that argument that T.O. was better than Randy, I wouldn't really argue it that much. But Randy was just so dynamic with what he did. You know what I'm saying? And Jerry Rice was just Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, in my opinion, is number 3. And it ain't no knock at Jerry Rice being number 3, in my opinion. Jerry Rice is a bad boy. But
Anyway,
when you
going to the
compare
next.
these 3 receivers, when you compare these 3, nobody can be wrong with saying who's the best. Because when it comes down to it, them 3 are in everybody's top 3 when it comes to wide receivers, and not in the same order though. Am I wrong? Can you say
Not everybody gonna have Terrell Owens in their top 3.
so? Who is name a receiver better than Terrell Owens other than Randy Moss and Jerry Rice?
Hey, it's up to everybody else.
Yeah, well,
What do you think, Sam?
Question for the viewers.
Yeah.
Oh, for me?
No, for the put that as a question for the people.
Oh
watching.
yeah, okay. I'll do that.
But Sam, who did you put over? I would like to know your answer.
I have to think about it real good. I'll say Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. Can't really think of nobody else right now.
Yeah,
T.O.
Nah, I wouldn't say T.O. But anyway,
those are the top 3 receivers of all time. To be honest with you,
Exactly. Like the next one, would you want to go with Larry Fitzgerald? Like,
but y'all said Larry Fitzgerald. I didn't think about that.
man, like that's the only thing I can think of.
I wouldn't put Larry Fitzgerald.
No,
over
not you.
over
You
neither
still
one.
got
Shamar
Julio
said.
Jones,
Shamar said
Calvin
Larry
Johnson.
Fitzgerald. If I think about it correctly, it was 2 episodes away. You said Larry Fitzgerald is better than Jerry Rice, right?
That was said, not me.
But you said it too. You said, yeah, Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah.
He said no. This is how I would say. He said the best hands.
Yeah.
He don't drop passes.
He don't drop no passes.
We said who is the best wide receiver of all time, right?
Yeah. No, you said who had the best hands. That was the thing, and he said Larry Fitzgerald might have the best hands of all time because he don't drop passes.
Yeah, because he got more tackles than drops, right?
That's all. That's what you're forgetting. You smoking that weed. Yeah, I know.
Nah,
I know
I'm
what
just
you're
saying
doing.
what it is. We're gonna do guarantees. Who's y'all guarantees for the week or month?
My guarantee is when these motherfuckers weigh in on and roast your ass, I guarantee you getting roasted for that Emmett Smith shit. I ain't
Okay.
letting you slide, Sam. I'm on your ass. Pause.
Guarantee.
Yeah. This will be a guarantee, right?
Guarantee that you're gonna get more comments than him this week.
Okay.
Yeah. My guarantee, man, with this play-in tournament, these Wizards, they're gonna make the playoffs this year. So, Wizards
I hope so.
and got Miami out of there. Yeah,
Later.
still going with Miami, not making. Even though Bam won the game today, man.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I'm still guaranteed they ain't going in there. My Wizards going in there.
So you taking Miami out and putting the Wizards in there.
Yeah, I'm say Wizards and Bulls getting the last two spots.
Bulls?
Yep, that's what I'm called. That's my guarantee.
You know, didn't Zach LaVine just get hurt?
He did. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll scratch the Chicago. Yeah, the Wizards still getting in there. The Wizards in Miami not getting there. That's my guarantee.
Ooh,
You just scratch that. No Zach. There you go.
Yeah. I did see he got hurt. I didn't know how serious it was going to be. Yeah.
Well, my guarantee, I'm going to say the Hornets will be eliminated in the first round. That's my personal opinion because I think I know Terry Rozier is going to be ready for the playoffs. I don't know if Graham is ready for that big stage. And LaMelo's not playing.
That's what I said. No LaMelo.
Oh, yeah. No LaMelo. So, and yeah, that's unfortunate because I think if LaMelo was there, I think they at least get to a game 7 or to the second round. But
what would they be playing now?
Yeah. I think they're like the 6th seed for real.
Yeah, there's only one game behind everything, so it goes up and down.
Yeah, be playing Milwaukee right now, brother.
Oh, yeah, Milwaukee sweeping that ass.
Yeah.
Giannis plays all this great defense, so they definitely gonna clamp up.
Okay.
Fucking LaMelo, fuck Giannis.
Well, my guarantee is that in the next episode, Shamar gonna say something stupid as hell.
That's a guarantee every episode. So.
Yeah, okay. I be listen, yo. What's that? That meme?
That's why I know my guarantee will come true. Because I know you're gonna say some dumb shit.
You have said something stupid in every episode, but then you say I say something stupid to get the pressure off of you.
Sam, you just said the all-time dumbest thing ever. Like,
that's not the all-time dumbest thing.
They're gonna spin your ass first.
No, the dumbest thing is that I heard said was that LiAngelo bullshit. That shit was the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
I got a video coming up. Every episode he has said something stupid. Every episode I have gotten a question about the stupidity shit that he has said. But at the end of the day, LaMelo Jello ball can make it in the league.
I think
you said Corey Dillon can make it. It's better than Emmitt Smith.
I said I was joking on that.
I don't give a fuck. You said that.
I said I was
at the end of the day, you said that.
Nigga, I was joking.
Don't worry, the video will be coming out soon. Every stupid ass thing you have said, even with the Paul George thing with the Pacers, when the guy said, "I don't know what he's smoking. I want something what he got." You got your own smoking pack. So I mean, at the end of the day, we smoking on Shamar. That's the podcast right there. Podcast number 10. Anybody got any updates in their life going on that they want to show everybody or tell anybody?
Say nah.
Summer. Yeah, man. Just follow keep following the Instagram page. Keep the link in the bio. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Keep the questions coming in. Got some great questions for real. Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, hot girl summer make a fuck boy winner. So just let that be known. That makes no sense, but you'll understand what the fuck I'm talking about when it happens.
This guy here.
Okay. Also, I have a podcast up with Moody Coolin. Check him out. It's on the Sammy Local Podcast on SoundCloud and on the YouTube. Check that out and hit the IG and click the link. So make sure I click the link. It's very simple. Just click it pick which one you want to go to, pick what episode you want to go to, share it to the friend, etc., etc.
So appreciate y'all.
I ain't got
Goodbye.
nothing going on. I'm just about to get up here and roll something up. That's about it.
Yes, sir. Watch some wrestling. I hear you.
I ain't watching no damn wrestling right now. But
I thought you said that. My bad.
All right, that's it. We out. Thank y'all.